Today, I'm gonna show you how to meal prep cheesy beef rolls with 38 grams of protein each. They're super easy to make, and on top of that, you can store them in the freezer as well. So, first things first, you need 500 grams or a little over a pound of ground beef, and this recipe makes 5 rolls in total. Now, this is extra lean ground beef. As you can see, it's deeply red in color because it has only 5% fat and thus about half the calories of regular ground beef with 20% fat. Of course, you can go with regular ground beef as well, just keep the extra calories in mind. For the rolls, I'm going with hot dog buns. These ones are 140 calories each. What I recommend doing is removing the soft inside part of the bun. It isn't necessarily to save calories from the bun, even though you are saving about 10 grams, which is around 30 calories. What's more important is that you now have more space to add meat, which increases the protein to bread ratio and makes the roll more macro-friendly overall. Next up, I'm gonna dice 200 grams of onions. Just slice them once through the middle, then cut them into small pieces. They will shrink a lot later, so don't worry if it looks like way too many onions. Also, and this is optional, I like to slice about 100 grams of pickles. Just slice them lengthwise into strips so they fit nicely into the bun. Next up is the cheese. You can simply use shredded cheddar and add it directly to the pan after the meat is cooked. However, what I recommend doing is this. Add 100 grams of cheddar into a bowl, followed by 2 grams of cornstarch and 100 grams of evaporated milk. Alternatively, you can use regular 1% fat milk. Your cheese sauce won't be quite as good, but it still works. Give everything a quick mix, and this makes such a great cheese sauce. The evaporated milk and the cornstarch create a super cheesy and creamy sauce. You can use this exact recipe for mac and cheese as well. Alright, add 10 grams of oil to a pan over medium heat and going with the onions along with a pinch of salt. This is the part where you caramelize the onions. The longer you saute them now, the more caramelized they will become. Just keep stirring every once in a while. There is a trick to speed up the process a little bit, and that is to add a splash of water every 3 to 4 minutes and keep sautéing. The water helps with the caramelization. This took me exactly 10 minutes and I added water twice. I think this is some pretty good browning. Once you are happy with them, remove the onions from the pan, add another 10 grams of oil, increase the heat to medium-high, and then go in with the beef. I will separate the meat a little bit so more of it gets in contact with the surface area, and then just let it sit there for about a minute so it can properly brown. For seasoning, I'm only going with a strong pinch of salt, 20 grams of black pepper, and 1 teaspoon of 5 grams of garlic powder. Once the bottom has some nice browning, give everything a flip and let the other side sear for another minute, and then break everything up with a spatula. Keep in mind that this is extra lean beef. It cooks rather quickly and becomes dry relatively fast. Once the meat is ready, shut off the heat. The residual heat is enough for the next step, which is adding the cheese sauce. At first, this looks like a mess, but as you keep stirring, the cornstarch and milk will do their job and turn everything into one homogeneous and creamy consistency. Once everything is ready, remove it from the heat, transfer the meat to a plate, and let it cool down for about 20 minutes. I wouldn't add it steaming hot into the buns if you are meal prepping them, or they can become too soggy in the fridge. Okay, take a bun and stuff it with the cheesy meat. I just eyeball everything here. I use about 3 spoons of meat. After that, I'm adding a little bit of caramelized onions, and finally 2 or 3 slices of pickles, and that's it. These are so delicious, and you can store them in meal prep containers. They fit perfectly, and then either keep them in the fridge for up to 5 days, or in the freezer for up to 3 months. Every one of these beef rolls comes in at 373 calories with 38 grams of protein. These types of recipes help me and over 10,000 people lose weight and keep it off. Why? Because I specifically make sure that they taste delicious, are filling and have great macros, and I created a cookbook with over 250 recipes like this one, from breakfast to lunch to dessert, pizza, burgers and cheesecake. You buy it once and you get all recipe updates for free. The link is in the description.